As you can tell, I am not in my office. I am actually getting ready to do the debrief for the radio show that I'm going to be doing this afternoon with Experience Pros. And I have posted some of that information out there for you. Hey, Jersey. And so what you're seeing here is the background of Denver, actually the sky. And I have to, I have to say I am sorry that I have, what did I want to say? Oh, I know what it is. I lost or I forgot my, hey, Candy, forgot my little tripod. So anyway, what I will be doing, I hope I don't give you all kinds of headaches here by moving around, but I wanted to talk to you about the power of yes. You know, the power of yes has really stimulated my entire business growth over the last 40 years. And the interesting thing is, I didn't even know I was doing it at the time. I just knew that when opportunities came up, I wanted to embrace them. And so I have now called it the power of yes. And what do I mean by that? Well, the power of yes is saying yes to opportunities when they appear. And most of the time we say, well, can I fit it? Or we start making excuses why it doesn't work. But literally Friday afternoon, about 5:30, I got an email from Cher Ashland, who is the producer of the Experience Pros radio show. And she said, Gary, Angel is in Cancun. Would you be willing to come co-host the show with Eric? And my immediate response is yes, as long as I can rearrange some things. And I did. Within a very few minutes. People love helping you. And they have said, of course, hey, Beth, been a long time. So good to see you. So we rearranged things, and I'm here at the studio now, getting ready to do the show at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. But it was the ability of my attitude that said, yes, I was available. And so I wanted to give you 3 areas today of where this has really impacted my life. Hey, Daryl. The first is obviously in business. When opportunities show up, you really have to be able to say yes right away. When I had my PR agent in Washington, D.C., she always said she loved to work with me because every time she called me, I said yes. And so there was one time she called, I was in the airport in Houston on my way back to Denver, and she called and said, could you be in Baltimore for Good Morning Baltimore on that next weekend? And I said, absolutely. Rearranged some things. I finished a program where I was speaking that afternoon, got on a red eye, got to Baltimore, did the show, turned right back around. Hey, Nancy, how are you? And so, you know, the same thing happened with PBS. The PBS opportunity came up, and it was something that we had to adjust to, but it has turned out to be one of the biggest blessings and major impacts in my business over the course of the last few years. So another thing where you can start looking at guest podcasting. Do you know that you can go out on podcasts and be guests? People are looking for you. And this is the thing that I want you to really start gearing into and becoming aware of is where your opportunities are. And so I'm losing my little thing. So in business, we have these opportunities come up all the time. Hey, Jenny. And it's really, or Jenny. I've never called you Jenny. I've always called you Jen. But what it is about being available, saying and wanting to be able to be seen. If you remember, there was a couple of episodes back that I did. The 3 elements to be successful in any business is to be seen, be safe, and be relevant. The very first critical part of it is to be seen. And these opportunities as they come up, sometimes we want to slide back into the shadows. But please don't do it. It's something that you're going to be very happy about the results when you show up. The second area of saying yes and is the area of improvement. Sometimes we have opportunities to go to events. These events over the years, I've wondered why I've gone. You know, there was an event a number of years ago that my boys and I went to, Tony Robbins. And, you know, we made the investment in Tony and went through all the program. And on the airplane going to Hawaii for the first 9 days, I went, what did I do? But that catapulted me, not only because of the information, but because of the connections in the room that I made. coaching, training, what are the things that you can say yes to that can fine-tune, hone your skills, instead of saying, well, it'll be next year or when I get around to it. The third thing is teaching and sharing. And so the teaching and sharing comes into the improvement side, because when I teach and share, I'm learning. And I think that most of you, hey, Shelley, most of the people that we're connected to would agree with that, is that when we're teaching and sharing, we fine-tune our skills. We get the impact and the input from the people that we're sharing with. And so then the personal. What about the personal? This may sound a little bit strange, but it's giving ourselves permission to say yes. And that yes, and Shelley will love it, Candy A, is saying yes to time off, rewarding yourself, celebrating the things that you've already done. And so the things that if we're saying yes all the time, now there's always a challenge that our calendar sometimes gets filled up. If you're like me, it can get really full. So what I'm going to suggest on the action steps today is look for your yeses. Look for them in business, in the improvement area, and in your personal life. Where can you celebrate? Where can you learn? And where can you impact? And then ask this question. As these opportunities do come up, this question has helped me so much. Does this opportunity take me towards or away from my ultimate vision? Does this opportunity take me towards or away from my ultimate vision? Notice I didn't say right, wrong, good, or bad. It's just, does it take me to where I envision myself, my family, my business, myself, towards that vision? And if it does, great. If it doesn't, simply it does not fit. So you can also say no to opportunities that don't do that. So anyway, and again, I apologize for the wiggly camera here. Hopefully this settles it down a little bit. If you're wanting to tune in, you can follow the radio show. They do a Facebook Live on their Experience Pros Facebook page. And so you can go there. I've also posted the radio stations that it's on. It is syndicated into 57 I think it's 57 or 59 major markets. So with that, take a look. I would just so appreciate all of you. We have gone international. Hey, Gene, how are you? Hey, Sue. Hey, Donato. Boy, it's been a long time since we've seen each other as well. So anyway, we're going to be back together again. I'll be back in my office on Wednesday at 1 o'clock Mountain with another topic. Let me know, again, if you're liking these, please share. I love your thumbs up, your loves, the sharing. We have really built a really tremendous community here. Hey, Elizabeth, nice for you to join us. So with that, I'm going to say have a great day, have a great Monday. And if you would share this video with others, maybe it would help them as well. Hey, Martina. So we got Puerto Rico, we got Mexico, we've got people all over the country. This is really phenomenal. I just love this Facebook Live now. And I got to give a shout out to Ingrid Pica, because she is the one that really, hey, Ann, is the one that got me, a little bit of a nudge to do them. So with that, I just want to say have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon on Wednesday, 1 o'clock Mountain.